It's a common day today. Um, the reason I'm outside, cause not only it's pretty beautiful outside, it's captivating. I wish I could flip the screen on it so I could show you, but basically we're chasing the sunset. Not to just look at it, but endure the environment. That's pretty nice. It's pretty calm. It's not just a perfect temperature to walk or run, just to chill outside. So didn't want to waste it. I feel like it's more than a feeling, it's a fact. You're wasting your time on one insignificant thing, trying to focus on so many different aspects. So when it comes to that, it's not only about mastering that category, but it's about understanding. Because you can master something and still not understand it. You can understand the patterns and all the dividends about it, but still not know anything about it. Be grateful or pretty good at something, but not know the origin or why it's that thing. But I know I'm being so vague. I'm vague in almost every video, but the reason I'm so vague because the more vague I am, the more potential you can put that to your life. I'm also starting to study more, not on just my vernaculars, but on my vocab and how to, enunciate myself into a way where it's more descriptive, not destructive, but it's descriptive. So I'm not just, I'm reading dictionaries and thesauruses so I know what I'm saying. No, I want to have a deeper feeling, a deeper connection with y'all. And I feel like I can't do that with the knowledge I have now because my knowledge is so not vast but so small. So as we try to chase the sunset, we might go in familiar spots. But right now the sky, I don't even think you could see how beautiful it is right now because it's fading so quickly. But it has a pink and orange overlay. Is it during or after? It might be after a hurricane when the sky is most beautiful. That might mean something actually. Don't know what it will mean, but I guess if you think about it, I guess you gotta go through something that's so-called ugly to the eye of the beholder to have something that's more not just distinguished but pretty. Every video has its moments where you're speaking just straight nonsense, but it might connect to a couple few. So when I'm talking to you, the in particular person that watches this first, how do you feel? I'm gonna try to show if you can see it. Probably not, even if I'm high enough. I don't think so. I doubt it. Well, we'll figure it out, because the one thing I just hate about this concept with the things I am, with, can't really show you the scenery as well as somebody else could. But sometimes it's a blessing to do that, because when you not just withhold information, you withhold things you see, and then you overlay it later on to hold more power. It's not manipulative, but something close. All my thoughts are just, rambling, but everybody has that. Sometimes people be like, oh, that's not really it. Why are you trying to do something different? Just stay on the path that you're on. But sometimes that path is really not that. not that becoming or not that cool. So it's a blessing to just be outside and get to admire, get to walk and breathe. But sometimes people withhold that with you, be like, oh, you got it worse, but somebody else has it worse. I feel like that's not more than manipulation. That's just like trying to discredit their feelings. It's a beautiful night. Some nights become forgettable because you have so many memories. Because imagine you could date back to each memory, each part of your life in great detail. Some people can, but a lot can't. That's why I think the human mind and the human experience is so beautiful. You see things on a day-to-day basis that you think is normal, but for other people, it's not just only strange, but it's bewildering. Each moment of your life might not teach you something, but you might gain something from it. Like, if I put it in simple terms, which I try to do in almost everything I speak about, it's the most simplest one. We all have a stove. Once you're younger, somebody might tell you not to touch the stove when it's hot, but you might want to feel the heat or touch the stove, not because you're ignorant, but you want to not only feel what they're talking about, but understand where they're coming from. Sometimes you might have to go a different direction to see what you want to see. But I feel like the thumbnail I might put on this video won't really capture what I'm seeing. So many ways to see your life. Your life can be so important to a mass amount of people, or your life can be so insignificant when you disappear, when you dissipate, or I guess leave this plane. Only your initial family will have that effect on you. But when it comes to that, when I officially kick the bucket, I guess, I just don't want to be like, oh, he was somebody. Yeah, he was nice, yada yada yada. I don't want my death just to affect so many people, but I want my word to be out there so much, but not to the point where I'm getting compared to somebody else that so-called does the same thing, but in a different aspect. That's why you have to be aware of your surroundings. Understand that in this moment, you might hold so much knowledge to somebody else, or you might be important to somebody else, but you're not important to everybody, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the way I see it, I want my life to be have more essence than anything. People may try to copy your life or use it as inspo, but they really won't have the same meaning, because I can tell you one thing and do another. So you might say something else and do the same thing I'm doing. Like, imagine you're saying the same thing I'm doing, but or I want what I want to do, but you're not doing that. So I think the action doesn't match the words. So there's a common contrast when people say, I want to be great, or I want to speak up. Or maybe you have to become controversial. You know, being controversial does gain a lot of eyes. And sometimes people do it not for attention, but people just do it for the right reason. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta do more than just stay out the way. Oh snap. You gotta be commanding of the things you want. Not just a leader that's arrogant, but you gotta know. But so many people will put these labels on you because you're just acting out. You have a complex, or you're a narcissist, or something of those words, because either they're maybe correct, or they don't want you to be great. They don't want you to be greater than what you are. You gotta be like, oh, what do you see yourself in 5 years? That's such a loaded question, because it's a pretty important question, because you can just tell them what they want to hear, or you tell them what you actually think. Because when I was young, I was like, I'm not making it past 18, or I'm not making it past 21. I'm like, bro, now that I'm thinking about, like, why would I wish that upon myself? Why do I try to put that on me? Why would I put that on me? So, once I start, I feel like once I start hitting my 20s, I will not be only known, but I should be, loved in an aspect that's like, I care for what he says, his opinion is watched. Not to the point where I'm only just recorded and everything I do is calculated, because I don't want to be seen in that limelight. Just re-uttering things that other people say is just not it. Because I feel like sometimes people try to overcompensate or overcorrect their bad doings by doing good things. Like, oh, look, I'm donating, I'm going to record it and send it out. But sometimes people need to do that to fund them or fund themselves donating. So people take it the wrong way, like, oh, he's the only reason he's recording that so he can seem like a good person. No, they're doing that because that's the source of income to keep on giving out positive energy, more of it. You don't really see that many people doing that, but if they do, it's for multiple reasons. That's a great thing. low-key lost what I was gonna say. I was more distracted on something else. What is it? People say, what can you go off of if it's only experiences and opinions? So many people gather information off of experience and opinions, and some people only gather from facts and logic. Now, imagine you gather information off of straight community and just he say, she say. That's it's feasible to do that. It's feasible to get a correct answer from that, but at the same time, what are you gathering? So I feel like the greatest way to gain knowledge is, face-to-face communicating with other individuals, but also not just researching, trying to figure out the origin of simple things. Because people feel like, because they do complex studies and they like, oh, I know what this name is, I know how to break it down, yeah, but I still don't know how to work it. Then what did you really learn? Just where it come from and how it is. Each one of my videos has more essence than the last, but sometimes some videos might just go on a tangent of straight, oh, he don't know what he's talking about, he's just saying stuff just to fill up the view count. It's really not like that. Came outside to chase the sunset, but it is now gone. Kind of sad, but it is okay. Sometimes you don't need the reason to do the things you do. Sometimes you just do it just to do it with no thought. You don't have no voice in the back of your head to be like, oh, you need to get up at this certain time and get these communications, or you need discipline. Sometimes you don't have that. And sometimes people mark up the things that you're missing that they have as a disadvantage, a disability, a mental illness, a phobia, or something in that nature. But I feel like that also builds you to be different. Because you can have certain things that other people don't have, that they think, oh, like if I had that, that would, inherent me, like it's inherent that that's not really helpful. But it can be helpful for you in certain aspects, like you being hyper focused on one certain topic, and then that branches out to multiple things. But they'd be like, oh, you being focused on this one thing, you can't break out of it for a certain amount of period of time. That's a disability. That's yada yada. Or sometimes people sum it up to be like, oh, you got ADHD, you have autism, or something like that. Just to sum up something they don't know. Like they'll try to diagnose you, and they don't know either. So why would you say these things that you have no knowledge on just to discredit them? You're just saying things that you heard from others and trying to place it on another being because they're not so-called normal. They don't fit in your box or how you see the world. You know what I'm saying? As you see it, everybody was not born the same, but basically everybody had the same amount of knowledge, one point of another. Like they knew nothing just like you, so they gathered that. They were like, oh, well, some people are more advanced. Some people can pick up things more. Okay, they might can pick up something faster, but you might know it inherently better just because you studied it. well, how am I supposed to do this in third? I need motivation. I need this plan. Bro, it's way more than just, oh, do it. Or I need something, bro. It takes time. But sometimes people are impatient, like myself. The key factor of life is, to me, it's not just to build your character and build your body and build your mind, but spread that knowledge throughout where they can build upon themselves. Ooh, I low-key wish you could see it. I'm gonna try my hardest and see if it's like feasible. You can see. Let me see. I doubt you can see it, but it's like it's like a picture that's standing still. Everybody sees differently. Like, I know people that could see feelings or see colors or see something else. In my opinion, I have, subminimal eyes or normal eyes, because I don't see what other people see. But those are the 1%. Those are the people that are rare. You can be rare in certain things, but sometimes people are just born to be rare. But doesn't mean because you're rare you're important. You might get other looks, but doesn't mean you're important. Because the best answer is not I don't know or I'll get back to you. It's like the best answer would be like, let me learn, or you shall learn with me to understand this problem or this situation. Dang, I gotta figure out what is a short video, because I always be stretching it for some reason. I'm not stretching it, but I got so much to say, but so little time, or so much little to say and so much time. So I'm sorry for stretching this video so long. And they be like, you just babbling, bro. You just babbling. You haven't said nothing with any type of meaning. But that's how it be sometimes. So I'll get back to you, once I figure out what are you trying to not only create but accomplish. I don't know that, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll figure it out, because this can't be the only thing. Maybe my values are something different, like creating, not making music, but creating music. Because sometimes when I listen to music, I see not just the music, but like the color of the music. Like they should create like a different type of vibe, or your color too. I don't know how to explain it. I sound idiotic, so we're gonna try to wrap it up. Alright, man. See y'all next time, I guess.